Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So happy to see you here today and happy to be back. It has been a couple months, but I am happy to say that I am attempting making videos again. And Patsu also wanted to say hello. He is doing great, and I plan on making, another update video. I also need to introduce you to a couple new members of the family as well, so that will happen in time too. So I know I have been gone for a while, but I'm very happy to be back filming and talking to you guys again. I actually have a sort of like a product video of just all of my favorite animal care products that I've been using for the past few months for our new puppy and the ferrets as well. So I'm super excited to show you guys all of these awesome products. I have them all here. So let's just get right into it. Do not forget I have a brand new Instagram account that I've been using for the past couple months. It is called the Pup and Polecat. I will put the at right here. I have a new website as well. It is also the Pup and Polecat, which I will link below. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So our first section that I'm going to be going over is our enrichment section. So these are products that I've been using for both the ferrets and the dog to really help stimulate their brains, get them mentally tired, and just sort of work their brains and have a good time, especially on a rainy day. So the first product that I'm going to show you, you've probably already seen on Instagram, and it is the West Paw Zogoflex Topple toy. This runs at $17, I believe, and they have a couple different sizes and colors. This is the one that I have. This is the large size, I believe, and I actually use this every single day for Gen, that is our new puppy, to feed him his breakfast, because he has a great habit of scarfing down his breakfast too fast and then regurgitating it back up a couple minutes later. So this kind of helps prevent that. I freeze it as well. Totally fine for your pup to eat a frozen meal or two here and there. And you can fill it with anything you want. If you don't want to do like a full meal, you could do treats, yogurt, berries for your dogs. For a ferret, I'd be very careful with a toy like this because it is rubbery. And if you have ferrets like mine, they like to chew on rubber, so it might not be a great enrichment item for your ferrets, but I do have some other options here as well. It is pretty heavy duty, but as you can see, you probably won't be able to see. I do have a new kind of camera, by the way. This is my dad's, but there is already chew marks around the rim, so it's not entirely super durable, I would say, but I only use it to do meals and treats. I don't use it as a toy. Okay, so our next product that we're going to be talking about, one of them already fell apart, but is some treat puzzles. So this is the first one I'll talk about here. This is by Zippy Paws, and I love this one, especially for ferrets. This one does have 3 different functions. It has kind of like a lid, a slide, I guess you would call it, and then like a spinning one. This middle one and then the lids are definitely the most difficult ones for the ferrets to do. These ones are very easy. So this is a really good sort of like novice puzzle for the ferrets who've never done it before, the dogs who've never done it before. Again, kind of, it's kind of not super sturdy for like a dog. I wouldn't necessarily love this one for a dog, especially not a dog bigger than Gen. He's 20 pounds right now, so but for ferrets this is really good, and for cats as well this would be very good. And I have 2 prices here, $12 and $11. I'm not sure which is which, if this is the 12 or the 11. It doesn't really matter, it's not that much of a difference, but it's pretty cheap and it lasts you quite a long time. It is plastic, and they do each have rubber feet, so you want to be careful if you have ferrets. You can probably remove them though. I haven't had an issue myself. I don't leave this down for them, to interact with unsupervised, but this is just a really good toy. Appa loves this. I could do this every single day, and he cannot get enough, and the other ferrets are catching on as well. So the next one, all the little bones fell out, so it's a little hard to show you with all the bones, but there's, all of these spots have like one of these little bones in it, and they're kind of different elevations, so you can kind of mix and match to increase or decrease the difficulty. This one is by Outward Hound. It is the Nina Otosan Sweden collection. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but they have a bunch of different treat puzzles. This one is definitely better for dogs, I would say. I mean, Appa's really good at it, but for my not as big and strong ferrets, they kind of have a little bit of a tougher time with this one. Next we have sort of like a similar concept to the Topple toy. This is a Lick-It mat, and I just recently got this and I'm kind of disappointed at the quality. It's kind of like And this came like this out of the package. It was kind of bent like this, which I don't really like. It is on the list because it is a good product regardless. There are a bunch of different companies that you can choose from, so you don't have to do this particular company. You can fill it with Greek yogurt, any sort of special treat, and then freeze it to keep your dog occupied for a long period of time. I wouldn't necessarily use this for ferrets because, again, it is rubbery material, and ferrets tend to be really obsessed with chewing on rubber, so I would be careful. It is very difficult to clean, as you can see. I've only used it like twice. It's really hard to get into the cracks there. I did put it in the dishwasher, but I feel like you'd need like a little toothbrush to clean in between the little crevices, just so you are aware. But in general, I do really like these products, the Lick It mats. This is very good. It's just this particular one is kind of really cheaply done. And that one ran at $10, by the way. So our next section is, of course, my favorite section, and that is Consumables and Health. Looks like Appa wanted to make an appearance. Say hello. Appa is doing great. He's super healthy. He's still a big boy, as you can see, and he's just the sweetest guy ever. I love you. So the first product that I have under consumables is these squeeze tubes. I have 2 of them. And what you use for them, they're actually for like packing, camping, and climbing. And you can get these pretty much anywhere. I got these off of Amazon. You can fill it with liquid treats, and then you can kind of dispense it. It comes with a clamp, so it's just like a normal squeezy tube. This product is great for ferrets, dogs, cats who are raw fed, who maybe you can't find a good commercial treat that you feel comfortable feeding, which is totally normal. I can definitely relate with that sentiment. So you want to make your own treats. So I make like blended chicken breast. You could use ground meats, stuff it up in here, and then administer them for training, for hiking. And again, you can use them for ferrets, cats, and dogs. Our next product here, and these run at like $5. They're pretty cheap. The next product that I have are silicone molds. You've probably seen these on my Instagram, and I have bone-shaped ones and heart-shaped ones, and they're really, really awesome. I am obsessed with these, and you can use these for ferrets, dogs, and cats to make different frozen treats. For ferrets in the summer, you can make little egg popsicles. For dogs, I make veggie and fruit blends, and I pop them in the freezer, and I add them to meals. You can also use them to store your extra myoglobin when you're prepping raw foods, and there's like a lot of that red liquid left behind, especially when working with organ meats. Do not throw it down the drain and waste it. That is a very good way to add additional moisture into your pet's meals. You can put them into these, freeze them, and add them to meals, and they are so, so cute. The next products that I'm going to be talking about are treats. So I finally found some treats that the ferrets like. It took me this long, but I finally did it. And these are by Simply Nourish. This is the freeze-dried raw chicken. I don't have the original packaging. They come in really nice, breakable chunks. So I find that there is less dust in these compared to like the Pure Bites brand, where like half the bag is dust. These, as you can see, come in a lot of different big chunkies. So it's really, you get more for your buck. These run at about $16, I believe, and last me a really long time if I'm using them for just the ferrets. I use them to fill the treat puzzles that I showed you. Hatsu, Appa, Momo, and Riva really like them. Remy is the only one who doesn't like these treats. I also have these, which are also freeze-dried chicken, but they are of a different brand, and they are like kind of crunchy. They look like little kibbles, but they're not kibbles. So these are only really enjoyed by Momo and Riva. It is the chicken flavor. It is by Pupford is the brand. They're like the perfect ferret size. I mean, just look at them. They're like the perfect ferret size, and they love them. Both are great for training, filling the enrichment puzzles, or just, you know, just because you want to give your ferret a treat. Okay, so the next product I really, really love. I actually have 2 supplements by this company, but the mushroom one I have over at my parents' house. So the one that I have here today is Bug Off by the company Wildly Blended. I also have their mushroom matrix, as I mentioned, that I use also for the ferrets. So I've been using these products for a while now, mostly on Sedona, the family dog, because I haven't had Gen for that long. I do use this with Gen now. It's awesome. All the ingredients are organic. You can customize them. It's awesome, and this is for dogs only. I believe they have a cat version. I haven't personally tried that one. This product runs at like $29, and I did have to get it via a different retailer, so not the Wildly Blended website, because she did close her shop for quite a while. She is kind of like a one-woman show, so sometimes it can take a while for your product to get there, so just be patient. But the wait is definitely very worth it. I feel very good about feeding this product. I also use the 12 mushroom matrix. I use that for the ferrets and the dogs as well, and it's just a great product. So the next one that I have is also a really, really great product, and one that I've been using for a while now, and I've been waiting to share it because I really just wanted to test it out, see how it worked, if it was a product that I felt good about recommending, and it definitely is. So this is the Nature's Bounty. Yeah, this camera is so cool, guys. Oh my gosh, no more iPhone camera. This is the Nature's Bounty probiotic. It is the probiotic 10. And just a disclaimer, some do not advise using human probiotic supplements for animals, just because, you know, the animals react differently, blah, blah, blah. But it's the same probiotics that you would use for an animal. But I've been using this particular product for my animals for a long time now. I've always had amazing results with it. Honestly, I've recommended it to so many of my friends by now, and they've all had amazing results with it. It is something that I believe in and I feel comfortable with recommending. But as always, if you have questions, discuss with your trusted integrative or holistic veterinarian before, you know, diving into something new. Probiotics are generally recommended for most animals. A lot of animals struggle with leaky gut, as well as humans do, and it's also something that I love using after a course of antibiotics to really replenish that gut microbiome, as well as during stressful events like traveling far distances, going to the vet. GI upset especially is what I mostly use it for now, which honestly I don't really see that much of, or you can even use it daily. It's very, very quick results. The ferrets love it. It's really easy to administer. A little goes a very long way. And because I know people will say, oh, Bryn, you know, this product contains inulin, which is not technically species appropriate for ferrets. And the reason why a product like this contains that is because in order for the probiotics, the good bacteria, to survive, they need something to eat. They are living bacteria, so they need to feed on something in order to stay alive, be utilized by your animals. So the inulin is the prebiotic. A good probiotic supplement should contain something like that. Next product I actually don't have on hand right now. I'm going to the store today to buy some more, and that is canned sardines. So I'll put a picture here and pretend like I have it. It's kind of random, but I love feeding canned sardines to my dogs, cats, and ferrets. Canned in water, no salt added, and naturally this product is going to contain some salt. So it's not something that I feed to my ferrets all the time, especially, you know, for their fish requirements during the week. Now, the reason why I love canned sardines is it is an amazing addition to pretty much any diet. You know, you feed kibble, freeze-dried raw, it is great. Sardines are low in mercury, great for boosting the immune system, reducing inflammation, providing vitamin D, and more. It is a really good option, especially if you can't source fresh fish. Of course, fresh fish is always going to be fresh, or frozen fish is always going to be better. And when I say fresh, I mean frozen. You should always freeze fish for at least 2 to 3 weeks prior to feeding. If you can't source fresh or frozen fish, it is a really good option. So the next product I actually have in my kitchen right now, I'm not going to lug it out, and it is my crock pot. I love my crock pot. It was a hand-me-down. I will put a picture of what it looks like up here. So I use it primarily to make homemade bone broth for my ferrets and my dogs. It's awesome for adding moisture into the diet, especially if you feed dry food, and soothing the gut as well. So I make a very large batch. It lasts me a couple weeks, and if you are interested, I have a recipe on my website I will link below. Okay, so the next product I've talked about quite a bit on my channel and on my blog, and that is vitamin E. So I use the brand Now Foods. That's pretty much what most people use in the raw feeding world. Vitamin E is unfortunately not found in sufficient amounts in animal products, especially when they are not wild caught. Thus, supplementation is commonly needed in do-it-yourself raw diets and helps protect the body from oxidation and free radical damage. So I currently do like 1 drop per ferret every other day or every few days. I'm not super strict with it. It's not something that I do every day. I do have a bunch of articles on my website on why I choose to add this supplement, so go ahead and check those out. So my next product I'm super excited to talk about, and that is the Amber Naturals Clean Heart. So I actually talked about this in my article on preventing heartworm naturally. It comes with a dropper as well, but this is what the product looks like. It's in a nice dark bottle, and this is something that I use for Gen. I don't use this for the ferrets. It contains a lot of really, really powerful ingredients. It works by detoxifying the body from environmental stressors. It also includes hawthorn berries, which is very effective in the natural treatment of heart ailments. It has a lot of stellar reviews and is recommended recommended by many holistic veterinarians. But of course, before you add anything in your diet, if you have questions, ask your veterinarian. Of course, you know, conventional veterinarians are not going to be super fans of products like these. They're going to want you to do more conventional forms of heartworm preventatives and flea and tick preventatives, which I talk about on my blog as well. Okay, so now we are in my other category, and the first one for this category is just a silicone collapsible travel bowl. These are pretty cheap and you can get them practically anywhere. I really love these for walking, and you can use them for both dogs and ferrets. However, I'm going to show you why I don't typically recommend silicone-y, rubbery products for ferrets. As you can see, can you see? I don't know. There are a bunch of little teeth marks on here and a little hole. There's no rubber or silicone that's missing, but clearly a ferret at some point got a hold of this. I don't know how. I have this out of reach all the time. Did you just fall off the couch? It does come with a carabiner. I can clip on your little hiking backpack. So much better than like carrying around. I used to carry around like a little Tupperware to give my dogs water in, and this is just much better because it can collapse. Okay, the next product I don't have, it's attached to my door right now, and that is a baby gate, and I will include a photo of the one that I use. This has been a lifesaver. Having ferrets and a puppy together allows the ferrets to have their own space in my bedroom away from the dog, where they can sleep peacefully without being interrupted. It also keeps Gen from eating their food, which is another thing. Of course, as Gen gets bigger, it's going to be a lot harder to contain him, but we're just going to have to hope that his training will really pull through and we won't have to buy a super mega tall baby gate, but who knows. The last product I actually was going to show you, but I was planning on filming in the office, and that's where it is, and I don't feel like getting up. But it is my Wopet smart pet camera. I have a video review on this because it was actually sent to me for a review. The only product, you know, I was asked to review. All the other products on this list, of course, were not, you know, not sponsored. I genuinely enjoy this product and I use it every single day. I have a lot of anxiety when I leave the animals from, like, you know, the house bursting into flames, someone coming in, robbing my house and leaving the door open and letting the ferrets run out. I have all of these fears, and just having a camera really helps me actually enjoy being away from the house. It's awesome. This camera has worked really well. It runs at $130. I used to have a discount code. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know if it's still valid. You can go check back on that video and see. But yeah, that is the 15th product, and that marks the end of my product list, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe found a couple of different products that you are going to test out yourself. Let me know in the comments if you are familiar with any of these products, if you like any of them, and so on. But anyways, I just want to thank you guys so much for being patient with me while I sort of, you know, moved into a new place. It's been a very big adjustment. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys again so much, truly, from the bottom of my heart. I read all of your messages on my last video. I will see you guys in my next video. If you have any video recommendations, feel free to leave them below, and I will see you then. Thanks, guys. Bye.